real difference when you've got a team like Philly that you haven't seen all season and you're now this far into the year versus other teams that you obviously would have played throughout the year?
Yeah, I mean, in some respects, you know, sometimes when you play a team early in the year, it could be a different team later in the year. In this case, because we haven't seen them, you know, it's they are what they are. So there really isn't a frame of reference.
Hey, Coach. Quentin Grimes has really taken on a larger workload since getting with Philly, both offensively and defensively. Kind of, what have you seen when he's added to that team? What challenges does he pose?
He's just a really good player. Can shoot, and score, and defend. So, I mean, you got to try not to give him open looks. You know, guard him as best you can where you don't want to get beat off the dribble or to foul him, and then just be aware. I think of his ability to pressure the ball and what he does defensively. So it's kind of that's usually what it is with a really good player, right?
When Quinn, Philly may be without a lot of their usual suspects, how do you make sure that you convey the message to the guys that even though they may not have their prominent guys, not to take some of the lesser known guys lightly?
Yeah, you know that it should be like the easiest thing for everybody to understand, because invariably, you know, these situations, the guys that play at a high level, and it's, you know, we've been on both sides of that, and so I think, you know, you try to make the game about your execution as much as you can, and you know, we've been without guys all year, and have been able to win a few of those games. So, you know, your preparation changes a little bit because, you know, you're not preparing for Embiid. You're not, you know, so that part of it is different. But I think as much as anything, you know, when you get NBA players on the floor, they're in the NBA for a reason, and that's the situation to me that, you know, we communicate to our team, and I don't think anybody doesn't understand that.
You've had George Niang for about a month now, and I know you're obviously very familiar with him, but just where have you seen the biggest impact on this team just in the short time so far?
Yeah, as you said, I have a lot of familiarity with George and some of the things that he brings. His role here is more significant than it was when I had him in Utah, which makes sense as he's gotten older as a player and you know, become a vet in this league. You know, clearly his ability to shoot the ball is something that makes him unique. I think his understanding of the game, he's just an intelligent player as far as reading situations, coupled with, you know, his ability and willingness to communicate, where, you know, he can impact the game in a lot of subtle ways that maybe don't show up on the stat sheet the way shooting does.
Hey, Coach, just talk about Trey being named Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
Yeah, you know, I think the biggest thing, first of all, obviously we're all, you know, excited for him to receive that recognition, and in my mind, you know, it's about the way that he's playing. It's about how he's playing that I think is really significant, and you know, the things that he's doing, the reads that he's making, the unselfishness, the efficiency, all those things that have been a point of emphasis for him throughout the course of the year, but you know, to be recognized for how he's playing and what he's doing on the court, you know, he's being rewarded for something that we all appreciate. Okay? Good. Okay.